Hello everyone and welcome back to my class. Today in this video I will cover class 8 maths chapter number 9 exercise 9.3 algebraic expression and identity. Okay, from this chapter exercise 9.3. Come to question number 1. Carry out the multiplication of the expression in each of the following pairs. Okay, we have to do multiply. Now here in this question we can see 1 4p, isn't it? This is only one term, that means this is what monomial, isn't it? And what is the another term? Another term is q plus r. There is two term, that means binomial. So here we have to do monomial multiply with binomial. Okay, monomial multiply with binomial. So how you will do multiply? 4p. There we can see two term, isn't it? So you will put inside the bracket q plus r. Okay, inside the bracket we have to put. Now what we need to do? We have to multiply this monomial with both the terms of the binomial. Okay, we have to multiply this monomial with the both the terms of the binomial. So how you will multiply? 4p multiply with q, that means it will become 4pq, isn't it? Plus then again 4p will multiply with r, then it means it will become 4pr. Okay, now these are the answer of this question. Now this two question is not like term, isn't it? In one term there is p and q and in another term there is p and r, so they are not like term, isn't it? So answer will be like this. So this is your answer for this question. Now what is the next question? Come to the next question. Here it is given ab comma a minus b. Now here again one monomial and binomial. So what we need to do is, what we have to do, so what is the question given here for question number 2? ab multiply with a minus b, isn't it? So let me check the question once again. Yes, a minus b. Now what you will do, if there is two term, then we have to put inside the bracket. Now what you will do? Multiply, isn't it? Product means multiply. So AB will multiply with A minus B. So when you are multiplying monomial with two binomial, that means that monomial will multiply with both the terms of the binomial. So it will become AB A. AB A, isn't it? There means 2A. So here only A is there, then means it will become A square. That means how we are multiplying? A B A, that means 2a is there, that means it will become a square b, isn't it? So what we will write? A square b. Then here minus is there and here this is plus, isn't it? AB is in plus, so plus and minus is minus, so here it will be in minus. Now second term will be in minus. Then a b into b, that means one single a is there and how many b? 2b, that means you will not write 2b, you will write in square. Okay, if it will be b multiply b, that means it is not 2b. Okay, it will become b to the power 2. Okay, b to the power 2 or b square. So this is the answer for this question. Now question number 3. Here first given expression is a plus b, that means this is monomial or binomial, isn't it? A plus b. A plus b will multiply with what? 7a square b square. So that means this is monomial, that means this monomial will multiply with both the terms of the binomial. That means a will multiply with a multiply with 7a square b square. Then again plus, again next term will also multiply with b multiply with 7a square and b square. Now if you will multiply here, you will get what? 7. There is no any other number, only 7 is there, isn't it? And here the coefficients of a is what? 1. 7 into 1 is 7. Then a square and here a, that means it will become how many? 3a, isn't it? That means a to the power 3 and b will remain same, b square. Then plus, and for the next term here plus, then you have to give plus. Now 7 into 1, that means what? 7, isn't it? Then what is remaining? A square and b will become what? Cube, because one more b is there and this b, if you will get multiplied, this 2 will become what? 3, isn't it? So if you are doing multiply, it will become what? Plus, isn't it? So it will become 3. Now how many b is there? 3 is there, so b to the power 3. So this is the answer for this question, question number 3 answer, isn't it? This is the answer for question number 3. Now question number, the remaining question number 4 and 5 will be your homework. Okay, question number 4 and 5 is your homework. Now come to the next question. Question number 2, complete the table. Complete the table. First expression is given a Then second expression is b plus c plus d. That means this is what? Trinomial, isn't it? 3 term is there, trinomial, and we have to find the product. Product means what? We have to multiply. A will multiply with what? B plus c plus d, isn't it? Now in the same way, what is given here in the next term? X plus y minus 5, and it will multiply with 5xy. So I will show you the table of so it will multiply what? This monomial will multiply with all the terms of the trinomial, okay, in this way. So a into b will become ab, then plus is there, then plus. Now a into c will become what? ac, okay. Now again a into d will become what? Plus a d. Now this is the product of the first given expression. Now for the second one, x will multiply with 5xy. X will multiply with what? 5xy, isn't it? So it will become what? 5x square. 2x is there, that means x square. So what will be the first term after the product? It will become 5x square y, isn't it? 5x square y. Then here plus, and this second term is also in plus. That means plus plus will be plus. Now y will multiply with what? 5xy. Y will multiply with what? 5xy. That means 2y. That means y will become square, isn't it? 5x then y square. Now last term is what? Minus 5. What is there? Minus 5 will multiply with 5xy. Now plus minus plus will be what? Minus, isn't it? Second term will, last term will be minus. Then 5 into 5 is how much? 25. 5 into 5 is 25. Then what is remaining? xy. So answer for the second one is what? This one, isn't it? So what we got? 5x square y plus 5xy square minus 25xy. Okay, hope you have understood. You have to multiply all the monomial one by one. Okay, one by one you have to multiply with each the term. Okay, from each term you have to multiply. Now 3 question. Now p is given here. P is what? Monomial, isn't it? Then what is given? 6p square minus 7p plus 5. Now if you will multiply this two term, it will become how much? 6p to the power 3, isn't it? Because 6 into 1 here coefficient is 1, so 1 and 6 will multiply, it will become 6. Now this p into p square will become p to the power 3. Now this is plus and here it is minus, so plus minus is what? Minus, so it will become minus and 7. And how many p? 2p. That means p square minus 7p square for this, okay, for this column. Now next, this is plus and here 5 is also in plus. That means plus plus is plus. So p into 5 will become what? 5p. So this is the answer for question number 3. Now 4 and 5 is your homework. Okay, 4 and 5 will be your homework. So when you will do multiply of any terms, any expression, you will multiply with all the terms, isn't it? All the terms you have to multiply. Now for this also, here one term and here how many term is there? 2 terms. So you have to multiply with each the term like this. And for here also, with each the term you will multiply with the given monomial. Now come to next question. Question number 3. Question number 3, find the product. Here it is given a square multiply 2a to the power 22 multiply with 4a to the power 26. Now we have to multiply this. So what is the given question here? A square multiply with 2a to the power 22 multiply with 4a to the power 26. This is the given question. Now we have to do what? Multiply, isn't it? Now you will multiply with all the coefficient first. What is the coefficients of a square here? Coefficients of a square is 1. 1 into 2 into 4, isn't it? 1 into 2 into 4. Then what is remaining here? Here it is remaining a square multiply with a to the power 22 multiply with a to the power 26. Now what we have to do? We have to multiply all this. 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8. Now all base is same, isn't it? All base is what? Same. If all base are same, then power will be what? Power will be multiply, because we have some identity which we have learned in the previous class. Some identity for the exponent. In class 7 we have learned exponential law, isn't it? If base are same, then power will get plus. Okay, if base are same, then power will be plus. This we have learned in class 7. This is law of exponent. So we will use that law, and if all are same of same base, a, isn't it? So power will be plus in this way. So what we will get, 8a to the power. Now 2 plus 22 plus 26, how much you will get? You will get 24 plus 26, that means 50. That means a to the power 50. So 8 multiply a to the power 50. Okay, 8a to the power 50. Understood? So this all exponent will be, this all power will be get plus. Okay, so 2 plus 22 plus 26 is equal to 8a to the power 50. So 8a to the power 50 is the answer of first question. Okay, now come to next question. Second question is given 2 upon 3 xy multiply with minus 9 upon 10 x square y square. So you will, what you will do, you will multiply the coefficient separately and the variable separately. So 2 into 3 multiply with, what is the another number, minus 9 into 10. So these are in fraction, isn't it? These are in fraction. Then what is remaining here, xy multiply with x square, then y square is remaining. Now when you will multiply these two, what we can do, we can cancel this out, isn't it? So 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10. In the same way, 3 ones are 3, 3 3s are 9. But you have to mind this minus. Okay, minus 3 will be here. So 1 into minus 3 will become how much? Minus 3 upon, so what is remaining in denominator? 5 is remaining. So what we got? Minus 3 upon 5. Okay, if they are multiply and fraction, then what? Numerator denominator can be cancelled in this way. So what we got? Minus 3 upon 5, and here what is remaining? X and x square. So that means it will become x to the power 3. Okay, x and x square will become x to the power 3, and y square will also become y to the power 3, because here if there is no power means we have to assume here 1 is there. Okay, if there is no power, then the power we have to assume is 1. So 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, 1 plus 2 equal to 3. So this is the answer for this question. And do not forget to give this negative sign. Okay, here it is negative is there in the second term, so negative also we have to give in the answer. So in the same way you will solve question number 3 and 4. Okay, question number 4 is very simple. Here only you have to add the power, isn't it? If there is no power, then we have to assume 1. Okay, if there is no power, then 1 is there, means x, 1x is there, that means power will be 1. So if you will plus all this, then you will get your answer. And for this also you will separate the fraction, the coefficient separately, and the variable you will multiply separately. Okay, so question number 3 and 4 will be your homework. So in this video only I will cover till question number 3. In the next video I will explain question number 4 and 5. So thank you all of you for watching my video, and bye bye, and see you soon in the next video.